At the age of just 17 years, this girl became the youngest player of either gender to be ranked as #1 in professional golf. And if that wasn't big enough, she went ahead and topped the female money list as a teenager. That's right, Lydia Ko has dominated the LPGA for a very long time. And in this video, we're diving deep into how this golf superstar lives her life off the greens. But before we get into that, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for all the latest updates on our favorite golf girls. Without further ado, let's get started. First off, what was her early life like? Well, Lydia was born on the 24th of April 1997 in Seoul, South Korea, but she and her family moved to New Zealand when she was just an infant. It wasn't long before she picked up her golf club and started playing at the age of just 5 years old at lpga Golf Club. Back then, the place was owned by a professional golfer named Guy Wilson, and get this, he actually kept coaching Lydia until she turned 22 in 2013. Even besides playing golf, Lydia had always been quite an athletic girl. She enjoyed playing tennis in her free time when she was younger and even went rock climbing to let off some steam. If you're impressed by this girl already, then hold on to your horses because we're about to blow your mind. Lydia made her first appearance in the New Zealand National Amateur Championships at the age of 7. Yep, you heard that right. She was 7 years old. What were you doing at the age of 7? At the time, the media was all over the new kid in town who just so happened to be an amazing golf superstar. But despite all that attention, Lydia's parents still made sure she had a proper educational background. Even though she was quite a popular figure in New Zealand, she still remained humble and acted like any other kid in school. After a few more years of rigorous training and practice, she ended up winning the Bingley Samsung Women's NSW Open at the ALPG Tour. At the age of 14, this girl created history as the youngest player ever to win a professional golf tour event. Winning this tournament was huge because it meant Lydia broke Japanese golfer Ryo Ishikawa's record as a 15-year-old pro winner. And more importantly, it meant that Lydia was a golf prodigy in the making. Right before she went pro, this golf girl spent 130 weeks at the top-ranked women's amateur golfer in the world. And get this, during that stint, she also claimed the CN Canadian Open title not once, but twice. With that incredible feat, she actually became the 5th ever amateur to win the LPGA Tour event and the first one in over 43 years. And yes, she also broke Lexi Thompson's record of being the youngest ever winner of an LPGA event. While she was still an amateur, Lydia also won a bunch of other events, including the 2011 Australian Women's Amateur Stroke Play Championship, the New Zealand Women's Amateur Match Play, the 2012 Australian Women's Amateur, and the US Women's Amateur. Whew, that's a lot of big wins for someone who hasn't even reached their 18th birthday, right? And that's when she announced she was turning pro. When Lydia finished runner-up to Susan Peterson at the Evian Championship in France, she took the post-game conference to announce that she'd be turning pro in 2014. Now, everyone was prepared to see this rookie in the big leagues, but then we saw a surprise video on YouTube in October 2013. Lydia was talking to New Zealand rugby player Israel Dag when she suddenly announced that she was turning pro immediately. Wait, hold on, hold up. Wasn't she 16 years old at the time? Well, maybe 17. But if you know your golf rules, then you'd know that there's an age limit of 18 years to join a professional association. So you might be wondering, how did Lydia get into the LPGA at 17? Well, the answer is simple. She was simply too good. LPGA Tour Commissioner Mike Wan said it's not every day that the LPGA gets to welcome a rookie who has already won back-to-back LPGA Tour titles. And hey, let's not forget that this golf girl was already a top-ranked women's amateur golfer in the world for 130 weeks when she announced her pro debut. And by the looks of it, she wasn't about to stop anytime soon. So what's the deal with Lydia's pro career? Well, she's been outstanding ever since her rookie year. She won 3 tournaments back-to-back. Then the Marathon Classic, the CME Group Tour Championship, and the Swinging Skirts LPGA Classic Tournament. And yeah, if we remember correctly, then it was during the LPGA Classic where she celebrated her 17th birthday. With all these huge wins, it's really no surprise that she was named LPGA Rookie of the Year. Since then, Lydia has gone above and beyond our expectations to win 25 professional events on the LPGA Tour. That includes a whopping 19 LPGA Tour wins, 6 Ladies European Tour wins, 5 ALPG Tour wins and 1 win on the LPGA of Korea Tour. And if that wasn't enough, she also won her hearts at the majors by defeating Lexi at the 2015 Evian Championship. Then, in 2016, she won her second major at ANA Inspirational. And yeah, with all that, she's been named LPGA Player of the Year twice, gotten the Best Female Golfer EPSI Award twice, and bagged the New Zealand Sportswoman of the Year Award 3 times as well. And oh, did we forget to mention that she also has silver and bronze Olympic medals representing New Zealand? Yep, she's the youngest ever Olympic medalist. But wait, not everything was all sunshine and rainbows in this golfer's life. In fact, she actually faced a huge setback. Everything seemed to be working in favor for Lydia until it suddenly wasn't. Now, we aren't exactly sure about what happened, but Lydia's downfall hit like a truck in 2018. Her streak of never losing came to an end, and the golf girl failed to win anything in the LPGA for the next 3 years. But hey, this girl is super resilient, which means she came back to her winning ways in 2021 by grabbing a win in the Lottie Championship in Hawaii. It was basically Lydia's comeback year because she ended up representing her country in the Olympics and claimed the Vare Trophy for the lowest scoring average on tour. After that, in 2022, Lydia won 3 out of her 22 starts. But just before the year ended, she named the CME Group Tour Championship and got herself the hefty $2 million first prize. In fact, she also ended up reclaiming her position as world #1 for the first time since 2017. Now, there's no denying that all this success comes with huge paychecks. All right, guys, it's time to tell you the truth. Lydia Ko is the youngest ever winner of the LPGA official money list and has already broken nearly every record as the youngest and fastest one to climb up the career earnings ladder. Her very recent $2 million haul from the 1 CME Group Tour Championship is actually the highest ever winner check in all of LPGA history, and it easily moved her to number 5 on the all-time money list. Oh, wait, scratch that. We've got bigger news. In February 2023, Lydia won the Aramco Saudi Ladies International for the second time and got herself a gorgeous check for $750,000. And yeah, let's not forget, she's only 26 years old. That means Lydia still has a whole career ahead of her on the greens, and we're pretty certain she'll top the all-time money list sooner or later. For now, her net worth is a whopping $25 million. Out of that, a big chunk comes from her amazing career earnings of a little over $16 million. But wait, what about the rest? That's right, it comes from those super lucrative endorsement deals with top brands. Lydia is currently a brand ambassador for Proto Concept Golf, Evian, Rolex, GMAD Officials, Lexus, and most importantly, the brand that gave her some $14.5 million, PXG. But apart from being a super influential golfer, Lydia still knows how to stay true to her roots. She might have been named the Time Magazine's list of 100 most influential people and the ESPNW Impact 25 list, but she's still a humble person after all that. Despite the never-ending success, she's always credited her parents for everything that she is. In fact, even when she had a huge fight with David Ledbetter, her swing coach, because he repeatedly criticized Lydia's parents for having too much control over her life, this golf girl knew exactly how to make the right statement. Instead of being angry about everything, all she said was that if she ever has to make a decision about changing caddies or coaches, she's always going to talk to her parents about it first. Talk about a lady that's good at everything she does. She also does tons of charity work, including supporting the Caddy for Coach organization, the L's for Autism Foundation, the First Tee of St. Petersburg, and the Ronald McDonald House Charities, and much, much more. And finally, Lydia's quite a private person. Just like many other golfers that we know and love, Lydia seems to be the kind of person who likes to keep her personal life private. But hey, one little birdie told us that she's been dating the son of Hyundai car manufacturer's vice chairman, and his name is Young Chon Jun. But as soon as the rumors about Lydia giving up golf after marriage began to fill the air, she was insanely quick to clarify everything and let the world know that her whole family simply wants her to complete her career successfully. All we know is that Lydia's back to the greens for good, and she's here to win it all now. And that's a wrap for this video. Did you enjoy this quick insight into Lydia's life off the golf course? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, speaking of living your life outside the greens, do you guys know who Minji Lee is? Click on the next video to find out. See you there!